morning, children. So today we are moving on to the next chapter. I have chosen a poem from the module 1, that is autobiographical writings and memoirs. The poem is titled When I Was Growing Up, written by Nellie Wong. When I Was Growing Up is an autobiographical poem. What do you mean by an autobiographical poem? That is, it is a poem in which the writer writes about himself or herself. This format is also referred to as bio poem. Nellie Wong was born in 1934 in Oakland, California. She is a famous revolutionary feminist poet who addresses social causes. Her parents were Chinese immigrants. She studied creative writing in San Francisco State University. During the World War II, when Japan bombed the naval base at Pearl Harbor, Nellie was a child. This had a fearful and painful impact on her life because people would think she is Japanese, whereas she was a Chinese American. The recurring themes in her poetry are feminism, immigration, and identity. You can underline these lines as you read the introduction in your text. She wrote at length about the Asian immigration to America. According to her, women should continue fighting for the liberation of women since it is as necessary as breathing. She was very concerned about the plight of immigrant women. She believed that women are not condemned to live as victims on this earth. She was an advocate of revolutionary feminism. She thinks women as the most oppressed in the world. Socialist feminism, she thought, was the key to a better world. She is one of the founding members of the writing collective Unbound Feet. You can underline this sentence. Some of her poems, like Songs of Farewell, have been installed in public places as plaques in San Francisco. She has delivered a series of popular and powerful lectures titled Women and Revolution, Alive and Inseparable. At the Radical Women's 41st anniversary, Nellie Wong declared that women's liberation is necessary because when women rise, everyone will rise. You can underline the name of the lecture series, Women and Revolution, Alive and Inseparable. When I Was Growing Up is a frequently anthologized poem. Nellie highlights the identity crisis experienced by the Asian Americans. Identity crisis is one of the major themes of this poem. The poem shows the past of the poet, her early childhood and adolescence. You see a narrator here, and the narrator has a sheer desire to become white as her own skin color is yellow. The narrator, an Asian American, is forced to incorporate into the dominant white culture and disown that of her own, owing to the fear of being discriminated. The white culture allures and ensnares her with all its privileges. The poem analyzes the struggle of a young lady to fit into the cultural majority. Now, in this connection, let me bring your attention to the news that appeared in the media a few days ago. You all know what Fair and Lovely is, isn't it? Yes, as you know, Fair and Lovely is a cosmetic cream, or it is a cosmetic which on application is supposed to lighten your skin tone or make you fairer and thereby making you successful and confident. The company which sells the product has decided to remove the word fair, F-A-I-R, fair, from the name, owing to the recent developments, owing to the recent happenings which has occurred in the United States. You can read the news here. So, the MNC is a multinational companies based in the West have always focused on selling their cosmetic products targeting the skin tone of the East. They have always made the East feel that only people with lighter skin tone and fair skin prove to be successful and confident, making the East or a insecure and inferior, as you can see in the commercials. So read the news, and after that read the introduction from the textbook. We shall move on to the poem in our next class. Thank you.